Yeah, so like everyone I've talked to about like Jojo,
I don't know.
they're like you just gotta get through like the first season. It just like sets everything up for all the later seasons. But I'm like watching the first part,
I liked it,
and I'm loving it.
I talked to a lot of people, and they were always like, the first part is so boring. I can't get through. Blah, blah, blah. But it's weird because
I didn't think it was slow at all.
Yeah, me either. But you. Like, at first, you feel like it's not about what it's actually about. Like, it seems like it's about vampires. It seems like, it seems weird. So, like, a lot of people probably get the wrong idea at first, and then once it starts escalating, like, the power scale starts getting crazy.
Dude, I love the relationship and, like, the over-the-top villain Dio is.
Yo, how did you feel about him killing Danny?
It hurt.
It hurt.
It hurt a lot, dude. Dude, the first moment he coming into the Joestar state, just boom,
Kicked him right in his face.
Just need the dog. I'm like, no.
So he jumped in, I got scared.
This is still during season 1.
The first episode, he kicks his dog in the face.
It just starts off immediately like.
Dio's a villain.
You just hate him.
Mm-hmm. He literally goes and he's like, I'm going.
He's like,
he literally lays out everything he's gonna do.
He's like, I'm stealing your whole family fortune, bro. So he just basically kisses ass to Jojo's dad and then just bullies Jojo. So he's like, I'm gonna make nothing out of it.
He even whispers to, like, he's not even moved into his room yet. He sits Jojo down and goes, I might be the guest in this house, but I'm number one.
But when Jojo stood up to him.
Oh, yeah.
Jojo stood up to him and really whipped his ass. Dio was crying like a bitch.
And that started the
whole rivalry.
The rivalry and also the just hit him. He just gets stronger from it.
Oh, Jojo, yeah.
I just started watching it today. I got just like the first few
part.
Yeah, I got in the first few episodes of part 2 with Jojo from New York.
His name's Joseph.
He's got some Tims.
Nah, he's a savage though. He's the most savage.
Yeah, it's in 1938 or something.
He's in like old Brooklyn. He's actually like from England, so he has like an English accent.
Yeah, tell me why. That's what I love about the second part. Every single time someone's commenting on these Japanese voice actors, I'm like, I can tell from your accent. I'm like,
what are you? You're all speaking Japanese.
It's not even just that. There's no like oh, from your face and your accent, you're German.
Oh
yeah.
How do the powers in JoJo's work?
So at first,
yeah, he can tell you more about that. That's your
at first his power is basically like JoJo's just really resilient, and he's just like the guy that's like, I'm never gonna give up. I'm gonna do the right thing no matter what. I'm gonna like do this. So like when Dio starts bullying him, JoJo gets to a point like, I'm not gonna let this guy bully me. Like I gotta do what I gotta do.
He was like a wimp.
Yeah. So Jonathan was always a cool dude because remember he tried to save Arena.
He wanted to be,
even though he got his ass beat.
He wanted to be the master gentleman.
Yeah,
the absolute master gentleman. That was like his whole.
Well, like if I'm understanding, like it's not like there's not like a main character, right?
Well,
there's like a bunch of them.
The Joestar family line is the main character.
It also depends how you see it.
And their friends.
Some people say that Dio is the protagonist.
You think so?
No.
That was just
it depends on what you qualify as.
He's definitely an antagonist. He's a villain the entire time. It's always like, I hate you, I hate this, I hate that, I'm gonna destroy this, I'm gonna destroy that. The world will be mine.
He is he's like kind of like the center of the show though for like
yeah, in the first 3 parts he is. Well, not even in part. In part 2 helps you learn more about the mask itself because remember you put the mask on. It helps you just learn.
That's why I'm starting to learn about the pillar, man.
Yeah.
So what's the point of the story? It just follows these guys' path.
Yeah, their bizarre adventures.
Yeah, it's just
it follows their bizarre adventures. So it's not like so it doesn't have like a set like goal.
The set goal is they're trying to prevent more people from getting the abilities because they're all like
pretty much the resurgence of like the stone man. And trying to
not even that. They're all like not an architect. What are the people like a geologist who like get fossils and stuff?
Yeah, an archaeologist.
Yeah, they're all like that. So they're all like into the history because at first Jonathan's like, I'm researching this mask my mom left. So they all kind of get into that, and that leads to these ancient artifacts are making people have powers. So like that's the thing. They're going around trying to find the people with powers to like basically defeat the evil guys. Every enemy defeat the evil guys. They're trying to find the artifact so more people can like use it for bad. You know, at like like the first scene you see him, he saves this girl getting bullied from 2 guys. He gets his ass whooped, and the girl's like, "Oh, you saved me." He's like, "I didn't do it for you. I'm a gentleman." And he just runs away.
Yeah, he literally goes, "I didn't want your thanks."
And then he runs away, and then you meet Dio, and the way Dio came about is like that's a cool story in itself, like how his dad found Jojo's dad and all that blah blah blah. But like you meet Dio and you see his upbringing is rough, so at first you kind of feel bad for him, but then once he sees like that opportunity.
So he's the redeemable villain, or you very quickly decide, screw this man.
At first you feel bad for him because he has a rough upbringing, like his dad was like whooping his ass and shit. So at first you feel bad for him, but then you see why he has all this hate in his heart. You know what I mean?
They give you like a full like teases where they think like, oh, Dio might like he actually might like learn. No.
Sometimes it does.
It literally does the color change. You go, baka.
Well, Dio's a great actor too. The epitome of an antagonist. Like he's what you want your villain to be.
He is so hilariously evil.
And he's not only hilariously evil, he's super cocky. Like he's super cocky.
Super cocky. The absolute. Oh my gosh.
When he boxed Jojo, yo, he was like, all right, I'm gonna steal him. And then
oh yeah, because I'm not done with you yet, Jojo.
It's like, he did that on purpose.
And then literally as he did, he flips around and he like puts his coat back up. Doesn't even look at him when he falls.
Dio is really a scumbag though. He tries to slander Jojo in every way.
Yo, this man literally waited 10 years to be of age, of faking friends of being with Jojo. Even played football with him. And they're like, let's go tell father about our win.
Yeah, they're fake.
So is he a hater the whole time?
Nah. So the whole time Dio is a hater. He's like telling all the kids in school and stuff like, don't tell Jojo anything. He'll tell everybody.
Yeah, he's a
blah blah
snitch.
blah. Yeah. So he's just like trying to give Jojo a bad rep, so nobody fucks with him. So he's like all alone, so Dio can break him. But Dio's thing is like when it's just them two, cause like they were fighting at first. So his dad was like, y'all better not. So they just act like they're friends for like 10 years. Act like they're friends.
Well, no, Dio
so
really
basically
acts
they're
like
just fake.
Yeah, Dio.
They're so
but
fake.
so Dio's always like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then in the back of Dio's like, cause it shows their thoughts, cause anime, so it's like it's Paul's frame, and then it's like Dio's thoughts. He's like, again.
Yeah.
This act will be over.
And Jojo will always return and be like, oh yeah, that's really cool. And in the back of his head, he's like, wait, no, I can't forget what happened 7 years ago.
Nah, I respect Jojo because he was like
he wanted to believe in him.
Yeah, he was like, Dio changed, but I don't know if I can ever forgive him for what happened, but I hope that like he's changing for the better.
It wasn't until the
then
medicine
you slowly realized.
Yeah, it wasn't until the medicine shit came out. I was like, whoop. It's really fucking.
That whole series of events though, like when he went to
this is
London,
just the first season too, by the way.
When Jojo went to London though, and then he met Speedwagon, he was like, this guy's hardcore.
Dude, I love Speedwagon. I love that guy. He's like one of my favorite
when he
characters.
threw his hat and it just started and it came back, I was like, how did he do? Like, because at first like you don't think the show is like this dude, like you know what I mean?
They're just these like English gangsters, but yeah, they're taking out his blade hat.
Yeah. He has a top hat, right? Like a top hat. Yeah. And then the brim falls off and it's blades, and he throws it at him.
Oh my goodness.
Hilarious. Part 3. Probably
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Between that and last part, I think it's part 5. Part 5 is it?
I can tell you. But dude, I also loved that the fight with the two black knights. With
I know trouble.
Blueford and the other huge guy.
Yeah, he was choking him with the chain.
But honestly, I love the first one so much. I love that it was the sword. I bestow upon you my sword of luck.
Oh, yeah.
And with my inscription, pluck, luck and pluck.
So the third part is where stands come in. So that's why that's when it escalates. So you're getting close. You're getting close, but once you see this dude, Jonathan's about to fight, or not Jonathan, Joseph. I think it's like Cars or something.
I'm getting like really hype about it, and then
There's about to be a whole like training arc.
The only reason I even started watching JoJo today is because stuff like my and stuff here, so I couldn't play games. So I'm like,
So
alright.
it's just a spur of the moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, I'll just watch
It's
JoJo
totally
today.
worth it, though.
It was absolutely worth it. I didn't do nothing all the way up until like 6 p.m. today. I just been watching JoJo on anything else.
It's easy to binge too, cause like each episode just and they also always end it with a cliffhanger. And it's like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it plays roundabout.
Yeah.
Which, dude, so it might be embarrassing, but for the longest time, I didn't realize that meme came from.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Which meme?
The to be continued meme.
Yeah, to be continued.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
I had no idea that came from JoJo.
That's a classic.
JoJo's a lot of memes.
Oh,
A lot of them.
This is the work of an enemy stand. I haven't seen the episode yet, but I know it.
Yeah.
Just with all the letterings.
Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to tell you is like in part 3, that's like each episode when you're learning people like ain't right, this gotta be a stand. That's why that's a meme, because they're like, no, this has to.
Dude, I love it when a character comes in and goes menacing.
Yeah, the letters.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's just a hype. It's just hype.
It's so
24/7.
They're supposed to drop a new part. Because the next.
Yeah, they're still releasing.
The next part's supposed to be Jotaro had a daughter. It's following her.
Oh, there's gonna be a female
Yeah.
JoJo.
Yeah.
Is she also be hella muscular? Oh,
He said, "I
there's
hope."
pictures. You can find pictures every now.
I want her to look like a Viking raider, you know?
Nah, she has like black hair and then she has like blonde, like those two buns.
But,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I
But
can
like
kinda
her
see
hair's
that.
still long, so like her hair comes out the buns, but she has.
Oh, I know exactly. It's kind of like almost like
Yeah,
a
if
Chun-Li
you wanna
look.
look it up
It's
on
like a Chun-Li look.
Yeah, if you wanna look up.
Yeah. When that first time skip happened on the first part, and then suddenly little JoJo was like this little guy. Now he's like this big ass diesel
Yeah,
V8
yeah.
Magnum coal burner,
Running people over in a football game.
Yeah.
Like,
Just an unstoppable monster. I couldn't fucking believe. It cracked me up. His shoulder to shoulder is like 5 feet.
yeah, he's.
Oh, and
all
it just
husky.
realized that like everyone's height is like, it's a 195 centimeter giant. Look it up. It's 6'4".
Yeah.
Just to be 100% sure.
Yeah, it's 6'4". Which I guess compared to like East, that is like.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, that's like
They're
when
all really short,
that's like
though.
when Tom and I look up to like a 6'4".
Yeah. But everybody
Oh,
was short
shit.
back then. Tell somebody, tell this part. Oh shit.
They said that in 1939 too.
Right. People just naturally used to be short
Yeah.
throughout history.
I know. Wrong era, bro. Wrong decade.
What anime I slept on?
What?
Magi. That John.
Oh. I've only like heard it mentioned before. I don't really know too much about it to be
It's
honest.
only like one season, but then there's like another season from like following other character in the show, like the same world.
But what's the premise?
Premise
Is
is
it
that
like a fantasy?
so the main character, he's name's Aladdin. Not to be
Okay.
confused with the Disney movie, but his
Okay.
name is Aladdin, and he's like chosen one, and he doesn't know where he's from. The little kid, he just like woke up, but he's a Magi, and he doesn't know it though. Like he just like
What?
woke up in the world one day, was like,
Is it Maggie? I guess someone just they can use.
nah. So like yeah, a lot of people can use magic, but a Magi is like someone that like is loved by magic. Like their
Mm.
thing is those little birds.
They're like really blessed. By
Yeah, so he's like blessed by it. So that's what makes. Dope. Because he doesn't know, so the whole time he's trying to figure stuff out, and then he like meets people along the way. Obviously, part of the event.
Absolutely.
And but like he also meets people that are the opposite. So like
That are not blessed, or they're like, you know, I don't like you.
they are blessed, but
they're like want to keep them down.
yeah, I'm not trying to give away too much, but
Ooh, look at that boy right there.
So what happens
that's
is
well.
what happens is like it's just his destiny basically, but he gets called to like all the places that like need help. So like somehow he ends up in this place that needs him. Somehow,
Mhm.
yeah.
It kind of sounds like OG Dragon Ball, where it's just kind of like Goku, just kind of like
Nah, Goku.
just like going on kind of like random adventures every now and then.
Well, no, so probably only seen like the first few episodes of Dragon Ball, honestly, because you see him when he gets Bulma, and they're like, "No, we're on an adventure for the Dragon Balls," but it doesn't take them long at all to find all the Dragon Balls.
I'm sure it does, but I was always presented with that like the OG Dragon Ball was kind of like more of like an adventure series where like
So at first it's very like when you meet all the original characters.
I heard the first one was funny.
Yeah, no. When you meet the very first like all the characters like Oolong, Yamcha, Krillin, like everybody for the first time, they're on an adventure. But eventually, once Goku gets to Roshi's island, he starts training martial arts. So then it becomes a martial arts kind of based thing. So that's why they start doing the world tournament.
I love the visuals. Animation looks great. Yeah.
Even the other thing. Prequel, but like it's about this other dude in the show, and he has like. So the thing
Like
is,
a side story, I guess.
nah, he's really important because like only certain people can acquire the magic items. Like you have to be a pretty strong-willed, like you know what I mean. You have to. That dude has like.
There's certain prerequisites of it.
Maybe Aladdin, but he doesn't need no carpet to fly. Look at him, he's just hovering over like a little freaking boss.
He just shot like a straight like Aladdin. That's Aladdin's signature.
That guy kind of looks like.
So this part is like a training arc. So the thing is like he's trying not to reveal that he's a Magi, but that guy, obviously powerful. Is
that a guy?
Yeah, Titus.
Dick.
He's actually no, I'm not.
It's in the whole gravity.
Manipulating sand. He's Gara.
It literally says that to say he's Gara. Ultimate defense.
Like
he's definitely not Gara. He was capable of smiling.
Oh, facts.
Gara only smiles when he thinks of Naruto.
It is like blowing everyone. Oh, what?
That's just like Gara's mom.
He just made a buff sand dude.
Dude, even the sand dude's got abs.
Nah, do you remember Ugo from the beginning?
No, it's been so long, man.
So his little flute, when he played the flute, that dude would pop out.
Okay.
I like how the shields actually act as like bubbles. Like elasticity. He's just squeezing them. This looks pretty sick. I'm not
It's
gonna
fire, bro.
yeah.
I like it.
And there's the typical chick.
Yeah.
Those glasses do not look right.
But
on
her character, she's like the I'm always mad, and I'm gonna tell you what. That's like a.
That's why she looked like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like Aladdin's a low key pervert. Like.
That's exactly like Firewatch or Fire Force. I think Fire.
Bro, there's hilarious parts. Like there's a part where they're like, let's go celebrate, and they go to like a.
He's really playing off like he wasn't just scared a minute. Like your magic's been so simple. This is like an ice and like water.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Avatar was fire nonetheless.
Maybe that's why Avatar's so slept on.
I don't think it's slept on.
I think it's slept on.
I think it's a huge pop culture.
I think a lot of people just now are getting into Avatar because it just got to Netflix.
Yeah.
There's like it's basically getting revived.
Did you watch?
Yeah, it's that.
Other people are watching.
I would agree with that. Actually, I think I think it's being rediscovered. I don't think it was ever like not popular, but I think it's being rediscovered.
Because growing up, it was always on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I was always a huge fan.
Yeah,
of it.
but like I feel like a lot of people like anime is popular now. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
for
a lot
sure,
of people
for
that
sure,
weren't
for sure.
watching
Yeah,
for
anime back when we were are now watching Avatar on Netflix. Like, oh, this is new.
That's true.
For sure.
I feel that.
Have you seen Legend of Korra?
I never actually got to finish it, but I watched like 90% of it because I think I was like starting to get.
I started watching it and I was like.
Yeah, I was starting to get pretty tired of it. Honestly, I started watching at that point just to start like looking at like.
I feel like I'm
the old characters.
Yeah, yeah, right. I feel like I'm giving it an unfair like judgment early because like.
What sucks is that I really dig the setting a lot. It had this like really cool mix of like steampunk and diesel punk, and then the characters spoke, and I hated them.
Yeah, the characters look cool, but like just the story is hard to get behind because I keep comparing it to the original one. The original Avatar, The Last Airbender, is so deep.
It is.
So
It is.
So deep. I didn't expect it to be that.
Dude, you could make like 30-minute long videos for every character. Some even longer depending on who it is. Like just on like Toph alone, you can do. And she's like, I mean, obviously she's.
Toph is such a great character. I love that she makes jokes about how she's.
Yeah.
They're like,
she doesn't care.
They're like, look over there. She's like, come on, dog. Like, come on, dog.
I also love that
What is it?
I love how they treated like the almost sort of like the Keki Genkais of that show, but not as like true Keki Genkais because you'll see like Toph learns how to metal bend. So it's more like an elite set, and it's not something like someone can particularly do. Like
I like
blood bending.
What I thought was cool.
Blood bending's deep for a child show.
That was a very dark scene. My thing is like it was cool that she learned how to metal bend, and then like once you get to Korra, there's a whole thing of metal benders now because she probably taught all of them.
Yeah, dude. The show was so good. The show was so good. Blood bending though, it still creeps me out. Is it something like I would consider, but it would never be like
be a blood bender?
No, not like want to be a blood bender. Be like, so theoretically in this world of bending, you could like blend you could bend their blood, and then they do it in the show. I'm like, oh god, they really should never do this.
They were all like,
I know, they're like breaking their bodies and everything. I'm like, I was like, this is like hard for a kid's show.
It was hardcore.
It's always good when a series can like make it make sense and upgrade the characters' abilities.
And they all go like, just build that relationship because they all go through something.
Yeah.
They're going through.
Dude, the whole arc when they were in the Earth King.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, the king of the Earth King, he's he's like, no, there's no danger. My bear would freak out. Yeah.
And dude, that was Aang's friend from so long ago.
Oh yeah. So I thought that was cool too. So like, since the Avatar is reincarnated, his like friendships can last more than a lifetime. Is what the Avatar before told him like subconsciously. Like friendships can last more than a lifetime. So he was like friends with multiple people.
Yeah, and also just the king of the Earth Kingdom was actually just Aang's friend. And he's just super old. They went sledding out on the kingdom, like on the male
He's not
sides.
that old. He's not that old.
Pull up a picture of him.
He's not that old.
Are you kidding me? I think he's like 108 or something like that. Is that him young?
That's him young.
No, Boomy is Avatar. No, that's the child that Aang and Katara.
Yeah.
Because they named it after Boomy. But that's not actually Boomy.
Dang, Aang had 2 kids?
I guess so.
I didn't watch Katara enough.
A long time since I watched it, to be honest.
I love the big character energy of showing up when you're where people aren't supposed to be able to reach. Like almost how like when the Phantom Troop found the game island in Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, they just
and like everybody has to go there via a VR like augmented reality portal that takes you to this like in-game world, and it's like some random island, and the Phantom Troop rolled up on a freaking fishing boat. It's just like, hey, let's get off and just go hop on, man. Screw it.
I think it's cool because like the premise was it was a game, but it actually teleported them to a real place in the world.
Yeah, I thought they were in like a game.
Yeah.
Which means Gon really got his arms blown off.
Yeah.
But like, how did he get his arms back?
Yo, it has to be somebody's ability that made those like cards and stuff, bro. That has to be somebody's ability.
Gin's dad made the game.
Yeah, Gon's dad made the game. Yeah.
Or I said Gin. Gon's dad.
Yeah, I know he created it, but
created the game.
He created it with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the biggest ruse. Hey, we're gonna put you in this augmented reality like VR.
No, they were like,
game.
if you die, you really die. Like,
oh, they told you that
was
though?
from the rip. If you die, you really die.
All right, I was gonna say that'd be kind of fucking hilarious.
So like,
if they told
as
you
soon
that.
as they get to the game place, there's like a guy killing people, and they're like, "Well, shit!" Like,
and it wasn't like it was just anybody could get it. The game was so rare that you had to be a pro hunter to get it, which means you're really powerful, and also it was like $10 million for a copy. Like, it was like a really exclusive.
So what was happening is,
what's the point of the game? Like, why would you get it? If you
it's for hunters. It was basically
like a
basically they found out that like Gon's dad made it, so he basically kind of.
The premise of Hunter x Hunter is Gon's trying to find his dad because his dad left him when he was a child to be a pro hunter, and Gon wants to find out what's so special about being a pro hunter that you would leave your son. And his dad created the game, so he was like, I'm gonna go look for my dad in the game. So they like went there to look for him. But I forget what the real reason, the canon reason was for people to really desire the game. I think it's
for training.
I think it was like a really good collectible because there wasn't that many copies, and also I think you could sell like items for real money too. Like it was like there's some reason it was super valuable.
Yeah, they were saying if you bring these certain items back, the dude was gonna pay them like crazy money.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's how they ended up getting in there because the guy wanted them to go get the items, but he needed strong hunters to do it.
Right. Something dive MMO.
It was. That's exactly what it was. But it was just one arc of the particular story, and actually an arc that people didn't really like. A lot of people skip that one. I like it, but it's definitely not
People
my
skip Greed
favorite.
Island.
They don't skip it, but like it's when you.
That's an important.
Like when you
that's the
rewatch
training
it,
arc.
When you rewatch it, like I feel like people don't really rewatch Greed Island.
That's the training arc. Where you need to watch that. Like if you skip that, Gon's just gonna be kind of strong. Like how did he get kind of strong?
Yeah, well you would watch it through. It's canon. You have to watch it. I'm saying like. I feel like it doesn't have a lot.
And that
like I wouldn't sit and rewatch
that dodgeball match was epic, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, the dodgeball was, but like I wouldn't sit and watch the whole Greed Island arc ever again, just because.
I feel you.
Sonoris Torpus, hello, welcome to the show, my guy.
What's up, bro?
So I'm gonna present a question. This is an opinion question, but mostly because I'm curious what character you guys are gonna pick. Who in any anime do you think is the best like roaster of their anime?
They roast their own people or the show?
I'll be presenting like both ways. Like those that like can like roast the ones that like roast their own people in their anime, and then who do you think just in general has like the best?
Gintoki.
Yeah, it's somebody from Gintama. They be roasting each other all the time.
Guy on the right's mic is kind of low. I think you mean, oh, me? Okay.
Oh, me? Oh, that's
Yo,
me.
honestly,
I'm surprised it wasn't you guys.
no, honestly, I
my mic's in
appreciate
front of
the.
my face. Yeah, I appreciate
yeah,
that.
that's good stuff.
Thanks,
we
man.
need that feedback.
I don't know. I'm kind of biased.
Yeah, no, I need to know your pick. Honestly.
I'm definitely like biased right now because obviously I'm gonna say just because I love his insults.
He's not like. He's just. I
don't
wouldn't
know,
say he's like roasting them. He's just like cocky as hell. It's.
Well, I feel like his roasting just comes and it just who he is. Like we wouldn't like you can tell like when some people are like, oh, you're just an insect. You can tell
It's
like
saying like Frieza's the. This comes up and he's like, y'all stupid.
I mean, nah, yeah.
Frieza.
I gotta think about it, actually that definitely just asked a question if I prepared for an
I think
answer.
Kagura's the roast master, bro.
Kagura's pretty good too.
Kagura's the roast master. She's like a young girl and she's always like disgusted with like people if they're on some weird shit.
Yo, real talk. Off's a pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
Toph.
Yeah,
Toph
Toph is a
roast.
great
That's a good pick too.
Toph is a great roast.
Oh, she rose. She's no one is saved, not even herself.
Yeah,
No.
she literally makes blind jokes all the time.
Hey guys, I finally see it.
Wait, really?
Sakura be like, "Oh, did you guys see that meteor?" She's like, "Yeah." Which way?
Wow, that was beautiful.
I love it, dude.
There's so many roasters in every anime though. Like
I know it's kind of
I feel like a
trope.
premise is that people get roasted. Like that's how you like.
Yeah, I
like
guess
their
because they use
character.
it for like a call of action
Yeah.
for the most
They're like
part.
they're roasting him, but that's his character.
Well, like I mean, like when I first said it to you, like what's like the first like thing you come up like? Cause you ever thought about like using like an anime roast against someone?
Nah.
It's
Oh
too
my
personal.
one more. They already know it's done.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's still just. I like when characters have like they like aka every or every underpowered villain that doesn't know they're going against a really powerful hero. But they just start just talking mad shit the
Dio.
whole time. Yeah. Well, not just Dio, but it's like,
Bro, I know you know the meme. Oh, you're approaching me.
I have to get closer to beat the shit out of you. But even then, like think of like every villain that's in like One Punch Man, essentially, that just gets.
Oh yeah, I like the last dude. He's like
Oh,
finally
oh,
a worthy opponent.
Wait, are you talking about in the first season?
Yeah, the very last.
Oh,
season
yeah,
first. I haven't
Dominator-
seen the second season.
The
because
Dominator
someone
of the
else-
universe,
yeah.
dude. Probably one of my favorite fight scenes
Finally,
I've
someone
ever
strong enough.
watched in any anime, because it's just like it's like you're having a bad trip, but like
He's such a cool looking character though. Like all the colors, like that was dope.
it's such a beautiful fight, and it's also like one of the only fights where
I like how
he
the
has
fights
to punch more than once.
the fights are so well done, but he still like handles them with ease. He's like, great battle. He's like, yeah, man, you did good, and he's like, yeah,
yeah, he's literally like dying
He's
on the
just like
ground.
that
You have
fake
blood-
props.
you didn't even try. He's like he's a pile of ashes almost. You didn't even.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Season 2 is like a semi disappointing, mostly because they took all of
But
the focus
there's-
away from it.
Yeah, I think that's cool though because I want to learn about more heroes.
Yeah, they did set it up for it, but my problem with it is like it felt like it was half a season. They kind of like
Mhm.
left it off on like when things were finally like, okay, things are starting to get good, and the season's done.
That's why they do that. They're like, now you have to watch season.
Yeah, but it takes years for them to
The
get seasons
cliffhangers.
across, man. It takes
does.
years.
Cliffhangers can really suck, especially with series like Hunter x Hunter, where it takes like 10 years until the show comes back ever again.
Well,
Does it really?
Yeah,
end-
they've been
no,
on hiatus for a really long time and more than once.
They've been in hiatus, but the end is satisfying. But you're like, I want to see more. But the end is like,
It's not like that season. One Punch Man.
Well-
It at least to me, I did not feel satisfied when I watched the last episode. I was like,
I wouldn't say you're satisfied, but like the premise was Gon's trying to find his dad, and he finds.
Well, the new One Punch
and
Man
Hunter,
was
yeah.
by an entirely different studio,
Yeah, that's true.
it
too.
was, yeah.
so it was a completely different product. A lot of people really hated that.
Yeah, I don't really blame. I wouldn't like say I hate it though. Like there's like some like we were saying before, like some focus on the other characters and like with the hero hunter and everything.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Like I don't know. There's something about the pacing of it. It just like it wasn't it just wasn't as
It's
good
just
as
different
the
than
first
the
season.
other.
Was
It
did you
just
think
wasn't as good as the first season.
Did you think it was as funny?
I thought it was funnier.
You thought it was
So
funnier?
that was probably their focus, was more
Yeah.
like trying to be.
Well, yeah, because you get this whole
Because I feel like every fight scene in the first season, even though like he would punch them, like
Yeah.
when Moomin
They're-
Rider
they're-
was fighting
well,
the
it's
Sea
because-
King, bro.
yes, it's because there's just straight up just less fights in the second season.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
But
It is weird though, because like as soon as you start the first season, stuff just kind of starts popping off. The Mole Men, the
dog, I love the Subterranean Empire, dude. I loved it, man. I love the Subterranean Empire. They were the
They
guys.
popped up and he's like, oh, he's strong as fuck.
Oh yeah, well, no, even before that, he had the dream. He was like going through
Yeah.
having this epic clash, and he goes, "He's ready. They're coming up." Little flag. That's ours now. Bam! Punches him. Oh shit! Gotta get the fuck out of here.
I like the two brothers. The one he made his brother like into the giant,
Oh yeah.
and then his brother was
Yeah.
smacked. His
Oh,
brother
he
was like this, and
smacks
he killed
his
him.
arm and
Yeah,
killed
He
him.
killed him.
Dude, it's just a little.
And he
puss.
just screams. That was the funniest thing ever. That was
Oh
such a
my
great
God.
scene. He's like, no.
Dude, without a doubt, though, Genos is my favorite character. I love Genos
yo-
with every fiber of my being.
His design is, I think that's like the best character design.
I think I would say his character development in the second season is pretty like
So
top notch.
is it Genos focus?
No,
That he developed.
it's
it?
like Hero Association.
Mm.
I like that. I like that because he was trying to become a hero in the first season.
Yeah, you also
And then he
get
made
you
it.
also get introduced to S tier, the S number 1 rank, and there is a very hilarious point with.
It's a girl though, right?
No,
Oh, it's not.
you're thinking of Wild Tornado.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah, I think that's number 3 actually. But number 1 is King. Literally is.
I think you've seen him in the first season.
You might see his face.
He
but
just
you,
had like a cameo, yeah, like.
Yeah, but you actively see him work, I guess.
So I'm guessing you're laughing. So like he's the number 1 hero, but like you're like how?
No, I mean I know how, and it's pretty hilarious. Why?
But like you feel like no way, this dude's number 1. Like when
no,
you see him,
no,
okay.
no. The writer can whoop his
Right,
ass.
right.
But it's so funny though. Well, I mean, there is one thing that he's better at than Saitama, and it's fucking hilarious because there's a whole sub arc about it. And to the finishing point of that plot is Saitama releasing his anger about it on the final
Episode.
on the final episode. He literally walks away from the fight. I feel a little better now.
quieter.
Yeah.
So what else? What else is out now? Like, I feel like there hasn't been like a release that
Are you
I
saying,
was
like, a,
super hyped for in a bit.
Are you saying like a recent anime, like stuff that's
Yeah,
like current?
like Tower of God came out, and like everyone,
Interspecies
people were
reviewers.
really on Tower of God. I know like a lot of the Netflix stuff came out, and people were really into it. Like there's this one, I wish I could remember the name, but there's like
Evidently, Sins comes.
there's a gambling anime on Netflix that I
Oh,
really want to watch.
Kakegurui.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
I've never
dude.
seen it, but
It
I've
looks
heard
so
things.
dark on the previews. I need to
gambling
watch
anime?
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
they're in a high school, and the premise of the high school is they're all.
I gotta
gamblers.
pull up a trailer.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
creepy.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I like those. I've actually been thinking about picking up.
The
like,
girl, the main character, she looks so creepy, bro. She
Yeah.
looks so.
Mystic.
Yeah.
Death Parade vibe.
Oh, that was the anime I was trying to remember on our last podcast.
Death Parade?
Death Parade, man. I never
It's
got
funny
to
because he
finish
talked about
that
it
one.
after.
Is that how you spell it?
No, it's like Kakegurui.
He said cock?
Wait,
Cock.
balls, bro. Kakegurui.
Hey, look.
Yeah, it's right there. Kakegurui.
Hey, look, there's an All Might fight.
Click it and then erase OP. Look at her though, like
There should be, like,
look
a
at her
trailer.
creepy ass in the back though, bro. Yeah, just look up trailer.
はじめまして、ジャバミユネコと申します。今日は調子良くないんだけどね。でも心配ご無用。貸しますよ2000万。西の党員ユリコと申します。なかなか面白いことになってるみたいね。
ゆりこちゃん、真っ青だけど大丈夫？
聞けば聞くほど規格外の学園ですね。ああ、想像するだけでたぎってしまいます。私のものにすぐあなたの髪の一本まで全部そう私の楽園にヘビが現れたようであいこうで頑張ってくださいね
They're all crazy.
用済みですからギャンブルの本質は狂気でしょ命をかける狂気に人は快感を覚えるからですギャンブルは狂っているほど面白いさあかけ狂いましょう
Why?
Gonna show us
Why
some
would
shit,
you
bro.
go to this?
Love her face.
Oh my
名
god.
付けて指切りギロチン。
Oh, so people can make their own gambling too?
プレイヤーは全員指を穴に差し込み、この20本の紐を1本ずつ順に切っていく。
This is so
当
dark.
たりは1本だけ。それを切れば歯が落ちて当然指も。どの紐が当たりかは分かる。
Bro!
穴からより早く指を
She looks like the girl from Overlord that you like.
Yeah, facts.
つまり
Yeah.
歯が落ちるか指を抜くかのチキンレース。最も恐れたものが敗者となるギャンブル。どう？受けるか受けないか、それは自由。
He's like, bed. Oh.
Damn, now we're gonna start watching like the whole thing now.
I should just watch the first one.
Netflix.
Done.
It's a Netflix original. I was watching her gamble with some girl, and they put their finger in the finger guillotine, and then like she's like, "Let's do it, let's go all in." She's a freaking psycho. I was like, "Oh
Easy.
man," like I love it.
That's nuts. Oh. There's this other anime, I gotta remember the name of it, that is also like a gambling anime, but it's like between like different like races or even I think like worlds or whatnot, and to level the playing field between all like the different worlds is that they each have like a different type of game that they play, and to settle any deals or disputes they have to play
They
that
play
game.
shogi.
Yeah, like sometimes it's chess, sometimes it's like VR, like shoot 'em
It's
up.
just
My man
whatever.
out here describing Shaolin Showdown.
Is that... Yo, that's a classic, bro. That's a classic.
Oh me?
It's like this brother and sister represent humanity. For whatever reason, they didn't call them like humanity, but they call themselves human, but they're humanity. Yeah.
Fine, man.
It's his brother and his sister, and since they have like humans have no particular strength or weakness, their strength is their weakness. So like they've made it out to this bit where they are gonna conquer the other races and lands.
It's a big goal.
Yeah, and then they're protagonists.
That's the wrong.
I don't know. I think it's because like all the other like super powered, crazy like fantasy races always try to like abuse humans. So I think this is like them like, we're fighting back. Fuck you. We're human and we're proud.
What about you, Sonoris? What kind of stuff you been watching lately, my dude? Yo, what else? Oh man, Dustin, you told me to watch an anime that.
No game, no life.
Oh, No Game No
Oh,
Life. Yeah, I've heard.
that's
of that.
actually kind of popular. That's
Yeah, I've heard
actually
of
a
that.
real popular.
It's on
one.
Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I've been meaning to watch.
But that's not. What's the genre for that? That's like a comedy. Is it comedy or slice of life?
He said he just
No.
started Fate.
Fate.
Oh God,
Oh,
bless
man.
your soul, dude.
So please
Fate-
no spoil. I've never seen it, so
The
I
people
can't.
Dude,
that
I
watch Fate are
can't.
like the hardcore anime guys because it's like the most in-depth like kind of world.
Well, it's
I've
because
seen,
it's
like,
be-
the
you have to
cover and
watch.
stuff,
Yeah, it's because
yeah.
you have to watch several different movies, several different series, and like one of the movies is actually like the OG
So it's like a
prequel
subplot?
of it. Dude, there's
Or it's also plots.
everything is the plot.
Oh.
There are no subplots.
He said
Everything's
he
the
just
plot.
finished Phase 0.
Yeah, that's where you're supposed to start. Phase 0 is where you're supposed to
Oh,
start.
so he's early on.
When did the
Mm.
Fate Zero's kind of like it's pretty. It's been out for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of Fate's been out. It's
You-
been. This is like. This
You've
is
seen
like.
it, Dustin?
No.
No?
I just know a lot of people that watch it.
Yeah, so you know. About
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should check that out. That's one of the ones that like it's just slipped through because it's been out for so long. Sometimes like I
I'm
feel like
scared to get into it, dude.
why? Why are you scared? We just watched
Because
the
people
creepiest
have-
thing ever, and you were like,
people-
I'm in.
People have warned me about Fate, man. People are like, dude, when you get in there, you can't get out. Like, once you jump into that universe, you start realizing you finish one series. Oh, wait, there's like 6 other series.
Right.
And each with multiple seasons.
And each of them are like a very pretty good length of time too, like 25 episodes.
Exactly. So he knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Scared of getting into it for too long.
He knows what's
Took
up.
the plunge.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Something you just gotta dive into, I guess.
Yeah, you definitely. It's a community for life when you start watching it. Like when you
Almost
are
like Naruto.
Yeah. When you're someone that watches Fate and you meet another person that also watches Fate, there's like a instant connection right
It's
there.
fate.
It's Fate. Ooh.
He said he's hooked now.
Mhm. It's a drug.
I'm
It's just-
scared to watch it. I might get hooked.
It starts out heavy too, cause like the first episode is like I'm pretty sure it was like an hour and 20 minutes long. I was like, wait a minute, what? But that was also a long time ago.
I've been spitting also along that same line. We were just talking about it earlier on Genesis.
Yeah.
Dude, Ian is hard lining me to watch that. He wants me to he wants me to drop everything I'm doing and just binge it, get it done with. So he has
Is it just
another
one
person
season?
to talk to.
Which
I think so.
show?
Actually, I thought it was just a movie, to be honest.
No, it's one season and then the movie is the end.
Which,
oh yeah, that's
which
right,
show
that's
did you
right.
say?
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh man, that's like one of the classics.
That's really classic.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
a
seen
super
it. I don't
classic.
like mechas, so I would never.
Yeah, I
watch
don't like
it.
mechs either. But the art style is dope.
What sucks is that I kind of had the main overarching theme of it spoiled me, unfortunately, with the whole
Yeah, I've only seen
Jesus complex and
Yeah.
Genesis. It's just retelling
Jesus
Genesis.
complex.
Yeah. I never dove deep into it. I just watched a few.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably what I would be like, but I'm just excited to get back in the gym. Probably when I go home, I'm gonna play some games and immediately go.
The Neon Genesis is so iconic.
It is. It's super.
It's because
iconic.
it's like one of the originals. I feel like though,
Mhm.
because a lot of the early on animes super iconic, like old art style animes.
I don't like mechs, and I've never seen it. But even if you ever heard the theme song
Yeah,
for it, it's
yeah.
like. I'm
I'm surprised you guys haven't.
I don't like mechs either.
I'm
though.
surprised you guys haven't.
goes off.
I'm surprised you guys haven't seen Fully Cooley. I was really surprised by that. But Fully Cooley FLCL.
Fully Cluely. It doesn't even sound like an anime.
If you Google it, FLCL.
FLCO.
I think it should be FL. The little. Oh my gosh.
Are you talking about like a colon?
Maybe.
Not a colon. Are you talking about the two dots like side up? That's a colon. No colon C.
Always know it as that. But this is. Yeah, FL. Yeah, this anime. FLCL.
That looks familiar, but I've never seen it. The only mech anime I've watched.
It's
and
not mech anime.
and it's not even like mech. Gurren Lagann. Have you seen Gurren Lagann?
Garen Lagann? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This is older than Soul Eater. So it's very
Why has he got that thing on?
that's part of the story, dog. It's like a horn, but it all happens there's this subplot where there's this So, like, the boy's, like, brother is gone. He's, like, out in America playing, like, baseball, and, like, he's trying to deal with that, and that's, like, what he's first dealing with. And then when he's just, like, going along, like, his, like, bridge that he goes home from school. When he goes from home on the bridge all the time, he always, like, hangs out with his school friend, which is that chick. And he actually has a crush on her. And then just one day, out of the blue, this weird chick on a moped comes up and just so fucks him
Is it
up.
odd that he gets a boner on his forehead?
It's not a boner.
Okay, because he definitely just kissed someone and then John stuck up like.
It's definitely like emotionally triggered, and
so it's a boner.
Dude, you don't
It
understand.
sounds like a boner with extra steps.
You don't understand. You need to take extra steps and put extra steps on top of it. You need to like add on more ridiculous shit onto this.
Yo, he got shit growing out his forehead. That's what you're talking about. He pulls stuff out of his forehead. Now I remember.
Yeah, man. Shit just comes out of his forehead, man.
This is literally what he was talking about last night. He's like, dude pulled a guitar out of his
And
forehead.
that chick right there, the one that's like, the kissing, she is the weirdest but most like fire chick in the entire show. She makes no sense. There's like I don't know if you guys are gonna watch it, but I'm gonna say at the end, like he pretty much turns into like kind of like sort of like a giant robot with a giant guitar and fights another giant thing in space.
Alright, man. See you back, Porpoise.
Yeah.
What's the very first anime?
Naruto. No, scratch that. Dot hack. Really?
Dot hack?
Dot hack, yeah. There's dot hack. There's just dot hack. There's dot hack roots, and there's dot hack GU. Actually, I think there's actually dot hack C. That's actually what inspired Sword Art Online.
Oh.
I only know about Dot Hack because it's like the first anime that pops up on if you sort by alphabetical order because it literally starts with a dot.
Yeah, it's literally
That's
dot
dot
hack.
hack.
Yeah, yeah slash dot hack roots is also got video games based off of it, which was dot hack GU, but dot hack roots gets a feel. Hasil. He's a PKKer, dude. A player killer.
Player killer.
Yeah, it's great.
Killers are the best characters.
Yeah, man, dude, the whole dot hack is so cool, and that actually has like another like a lot of like pretty deep plot onto it.
Is that an actual thing in MMOs? Like, is in Sword Art Online, like for example, Kirito, like the player killers, like their names would be red, so like you knew who the player killer was. So like, is there MMOs that do that? Because I always thought that was interesting. Like, if you could kill people, but like you would be able to tell who the murderers were.
RuneScape tells you who the player killers are, but I don't play enough Korean MMOs to really like give an accurate example.
I feel like also within the community, if you talk, if you play the game enough, if you talk to enough people,
dude, that was the best part about the Doc Hat games. So like, it wasn't just like you're just playing an MMO, like oh, you just gotta kind of have to like pretend that this is like you're a dude playing an MMO. You actually can log out of the game and go onto the game forums and other news websites and like reply to people. This shit was so innovative for a goddamn PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 game. Like there was like, and you could even like people will post up like, this is my fan art of like I saw this on like when I was playing the MMO, and then you can download it and then use it as your wallpaper in your little home screen to then go play the actual game. It's sick. They even had a completely separate one where these guys completely, or the game company predicted how big the competitive card scene was gonna be. In 2000 and I think it was like 8 or something like that, they already had an in-house competitive card game in their RPG MMO as a completely separate thing from the game.
Yeah, it's like playing like GTA or something, gambling.
Exactly, dude, like it was. Dot hack was like extremely innovative, and like not many people know about it. I actually got some credit on Instagram because I recognized some girl there as a dot hack G.
Wow,
I love it, dude. Dot hack is so quality, so fire. Then after that, it's Naruto. What about you guys? I see that you are like a Dragon Ball, like through and through.
Yeah. So when I was a little kid, I used to have all the action figures. I used to have everything, bro.
How about you, Tom?
Probably Dragon Ball Z, but like I didn't like back then when I watched it, I didn't say, "Wow, I really like anime." You know what I mean? It was just like a cartoon to me.
This is cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say
for Naruto though too. It's like I want to be a
same
ninja.
for Naruto.
I didn't tell it was for Dot Hack. Like Dot Hack, I didn't find the anime until I played the games. Well, I played the games and I was like, oh
There's a show?
Yeah. This.
Yeah. So like I think like the very first like anime.
But you didn't know it was anime.
Yeah, I didn't know it was anime, and then I got into Naruto again in 9th grade after like Shippuden had been out for a while, and I binged it, and I was like, oh, anime is cool. I'm gonna start watching more animes, and then shamefully enough, the very first anime that I watched that I was cognitively aware that it was an anime was Sword Art Online. Because it was like that was like the popular thing back
at
then.
that time.
But I'm glad that I watched Sword Art Online before I watched anything else, because I can't say that I thought it was shit, because like it was like one of the first things I saw, so I was able to fairly enjoy a good bit of it. But like now that I saw other animes, I was like, okay, I understand now.
I mean,
have you seen Gun Gale Online?
Yeah, I did.
I actually, weirdly enough, I have watched a few episodes of Gun Gale.
It's pretty good.
Which one?
Yeah. I like it more than Sword Art.
Which one? The one with the girl, or
Yeah.
the
I can't
actual
even tell
Gun
you.
Gale arc?
I can't tell
the one
you.
with the girl.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen that. I like the Gun Gale arc where Kirito goes in there and there's the guy and his name is Death Gun, and whenever he kills a player in the game, they end up dying in real life, and Kirito has to go in there.
Yeah, see, that premise
solve
came
it.
from Dot Hack. That whole thing came from Dot Hack. There was like this thing where like this cancer, it was called like iota or something like that. It was just straight putting people in coma in the game. So
Right, they wouldn't wake up.
They wouldn't wake up or anything like that after dying in there. So that's when you have the GU project people going out and extra, etc. etc. Yeah, that happened several times.
That's what I was. Wasn't that in Overlord though? Go.
Yeah, it was. See, you remember the stuff I was telling you beforehand about the dot hack where you could actually log in and go into other stuff?
Yeah.
That was actually a crazy moment in the game because literally you're like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna go log out. Yeah, no, just nothing happens, and you go click, click. You're like, you're literally sitting here looking at your controller. You're like, this isn't working. Obviously, they still let you like save and all that, but you couldn't actually like properly log out. It was again blew like 10-year-old Dustin's mind. It's like, whoa. They actually on Steam by the remaster of plus the extra chapter of GU for like it's like a solid like 40 50. The game's not hard. I'll tell you right now, the game's hard. It's yeah, see that's the kind of thing I just like the story and like immersiveness so much. I can kind of like, all right, don't really have to look around too much, and that's because it was harder back on console because they made like a slight like patch on the Steam version,
right,
where you essentially get more experience faster, way faster than you actually should. Yeah, but it's something you can change though. Unfortunately, it's just something they added with the remaster, which kind of sucks because yeah, I actually do remember having to grind out shit in the console, but now I've never. I think I grinded like once or twice, and then it was like
walkthrough.
Yeah, it was only like for like 10 20 minutes.
I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of dislike games.
What I liked about it is that it also had this unique system of this 3-word generation system, where there's your home worlds or whatever, and then there's the chaos gates, and that's how you get to the dungeons. Right. You get to unique dungeons to get whatever dungeon you're looking for.
It's like Crash Warped.
Yeah. You have a list of first words, a list of second words, and a list of third words, and you can learn more words. Right. And between how you do it, that's how you can dictate like how high the level of the enemies are gonna be on there, the type of dungeon it's gonna be, what like maybe
so even. It's basically like unlocking hacks.
It's kind of like not hacking a little bit, but it's a part of the game mechanics.
Right.
And you can like learn words from other people where they found it, or like cool sentences. And you're like, hey, on these 3 words, I found that this item exists here, and stuff like that. I think it's a really neat premise.
It's like reading one of those in Skyrim.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and there's even like a whole PvP aspect in it too. It's kind of hilarious because they actually do mimic like other online players' names in the PvP. You see some just wacky ass shit in there. Love it though.
Do you play like any like play Fighter Z?
I know.
I play Fighter
this
Z.
This is perfect. This sets up what I was gonna ask him perfectly. Okay, So there's a game that I downloaded, and now I get a bunch of visual novel recommendations on Steam. I think you know what I'm about to ask you, because you're the one that made me do it.
Yes,
What-
I have watched.
What is the appeal of
Doki Doki
Literature
Club
Because
DLC, dog?
You got me to download it. I spent 10 minutes on it and was like, screw this.
What's the appeal of it? Because you didn't play it.
Yeah, I
can't
know,
tell
that's
you.
why. I'm
You didn't play it.
asking you.
I can't because you haven't put the time in. The first part is the longest. You have to fully complete the game. That's all I have to tell
He's
you.
asking you what the premise
I'm
is.
asking you the premise.
That ruins it. It really
Well,
does.
I'm not going to play it, so I'm
Okay,
asking.
fine. Well, a chick kills herself.
Okay.
Completely ruins the whole thing because it's very hyper aware. That's kind of like a dating sim, and you can go through so many times, no matter.
So it's just like a dating simulator.
That's what it plays itself off to be, and then
some tragedy happens.
and then then the game bugs out, freaks out, crashes. It forces the game to close, and when you reopen it, things are a little more fucky, and then when you restart it, things are not quite how it is, and then
you kind of restart the game, and then it's different.
You play the game like 4 times.
Each time it's different, though.
Extremely different, and what adds another later DDLC is that it starts augmenting files on your computer and on the actual game files itself, where you can start looking into the properties of the game file, and you start seeing messages left behind by a certain character that's in the show.
That's actually kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's deep, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That would scare me if I'm just going through my files and then like I don't know that's a thing and I see it. I'm like,
oh yeah, and there's some truly like horrifying stuff in there because
he was trying to scare you, bro. He was trying to.
That's what he said. Because when he made,
I cried when I first
when
played
he
it.
got me to download it the first time, he was like, "You need to watch this. You need to download this because it's gonna fuck you up." And I thought it was like a scary game.
I did
And then
I
I
did
started-
tell him before. I wasn't like
And then I
trying to
started
like,
playing
blindside
it, and I was
him.
like, "This isn't scary. What am I doing right now?"
I'm dating.
Yeah. And
But-
now I have like a ton of like dating simulator recommendations on Steam.
That
like,
is like a bad part of it.
that was probably gonna happen.
To be fair,
regardless.
DDLC came out before like all those before Steam decided to release all those stupid things because that DDLC released when like nudity wasn't allowed and DDLC doesn't have nudity in it. Got a lot of blood and gore though.
I would never expect when you fire that game up that it would be horror though.
That's the whole point of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fuck
Sneaky
with you.
horror.
Yeah. It's literally the whole point of it. The creator of that, Salvador, named like Dan Salvador, he's actually making another. Other anime games. I actually play Bloodline. I've actually been meaning to get back into it. It's on Steam as well.
Have you ever played Corpse Party?
No.
Oh, that one's pretty good. It's a show too.
Oh, me?
This game.
Oh my god. Where are the
What is it called? I'll look it up.
That's the thing. I haven't played it in so long. I was like, it's kind of like a dungeon. It's actually kind of like Dark Souls. It's a lot like. No, not Bloodborne. No, this is like legit anime. There is no.
If you said
going
Bloodline,
about
something
it.
like this.
Dude, I never got to play Bloodborne. Actually. Dude, this is killing me. I feel so dumb because I'm literally gonna.
Go to your Steam account. Go to your games.
Oh yeah. You're absolutely right. I can just do that. The big dumb.
Go look through his Steam account with 3,000 games.
Yeah. I'd hate you last week. That's fucking great, dude. Highly recommended. Final Fantasy 15. Also love the Final Fantasy games. So. Well, more.
I don't like turn-based games.
15 is.
Oh, really?
No, it's real time. Yeah, I highly suggest. Technically, it has a moment. Not really. It's kind of dead, or at least on like NA, it's pretty dead. Yeah, I really do have so many. Another Dark Souls relevant game is Remnant from Ashes. That one's
Yeah,
also
I've seen
pretty. Yeah, I played that for a bit too, and then it happened. Bro, it's gonna be some. That's gonna be the next. Oh, another free game that's like to the moon. It's a completely like interactive like visual novel esque, but it's like a top down like 8-bit game. Also made me cry.
I cried in an 8-bit game.
Dog, it's sad. Oh, Code Vein. Code Vein.
Oh,
Code Vein.
That's pretty new.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to say. It was a new
Yeah, I couldn't fucking remember it, dude. New material right there. Protects. Always. Oh yeah, there's so many different classes. There's like a warrior class, like a revenant class, like this one where you're like you could use a long sword and you like blink around and shit. There's one that uses a big ass musket with a big ass bayonet that uses as a spear and a shot. There's giant ass warhammers too.
Is it as difficult as Dark Souls?
I would say it's not as difficult, but I wouldn't call it easy either. I would say it's like its own like
Dark Souls
challenge.
is hard as
Dark Souls.
I know people who cannot get past the first boss. I know people who cannot get past the first.
Yeah, I know.
Dark Souls 3.
It's me on people.
AJ too.
Or they literally would spend hours.
It's just memorization, man. It's just
bro. It's honestly just learn how to use your shield and dodge.
So do you guys usually have topics or just talk about it? We just kind of talk about it.
I would say like, it's mostly sort of anime based because like we all really like anime. So like basically just talk about stuff we like and common ground for everybody.
We're not afraid to talk about other topics either, though.
We kind of just go wherever the conversation goes, but anime is always easy to talk about because it's something we enjoy.
And also, honestly, anime like has a lot of relevancy to like life, like either history or events or psychology. Yeah. So it's just a nice baseline to derive other questions from.
Exactly. And like, I feel like you could tell a lot from a person from their favorite anime too.
Yo, facts.
So, like, as soon as somebody's like, "I love One Piece," I'm like, "Yeah, your opinion's gone."
Wait, hold on. Like one of my favorite games is like mimicking friends. Hold on a second. Mimicking a community that I can't actually talk to. Damn, I actually am lonely. That's rough. That's rough.
Yo. Speaking of Code Vein, have you ever seen Code Gas?
That's another anime I've been highly recommended.
People have been saying it's fire. Yeah, I've been thinking about watching it because I heard the character Lelouch.
That could be like a good group watch. I doubt he's ever seen it.
We gotta find out when he comes back.
Yeah, because that'd be a pretty good watch.
Oh, like stuff relating to anime. This is pretty early on, so like we don't really have like a specific like very like niche thing, but like we're kind of just talking about animes we like, anime we look forward to. We're like trying to basically put each other on almost.
Yeah, we're kind of trying to put each other on, explore different topics because we didn't like come into this podcast with any like particular idea. Yeah,
eventually it'll evolve though, because we're thinking about doing like we all watch something and then give like our weekly like synopsis, I guess you would say, like our feels about it.
And like in the future, we'll like get like some like maybe like notes written down and like present stuff to each other. Like we did that on our first episode where we presented like our favorite like anime fights. That
you could go back in the VODs and we have our first one in there, and we've just pretty much talked about like these fights, kind of what they meant to us, like the
There's also a.
That's on my channel.
Oh yeah, it's on Tommy Boy X if you look that up, or X Tommy Boy, excuse me.
Yeah, there's a bit of a hot topic.
Oh no, it's all good. You're gonna just see a little bit of a triggering moment, but
yeah, we're cool now. Don't worry, nothing's lasting.
It gets heated here every once in a while.
So we were talking about have you ever seen Code Gas? Gas?
Yeah.
Seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I know.
You heard of it?
Yep.
Oh, dude, that's sick. That'd be perfect for a group watch then.
Yeah, because
none of us have seen it.
Me and Dustin were like, we heard that's fire.
What did he bring up?
Nah, because I was like Code Vein, so I was like, speaking of codes.
Yeah, Code Gas.
Code Gas is cool. It's
Code Gas.
If I can remember, I think the premise was like his eyes. If he looks someone in the eyes, he can like control their actions, like make them do what he wants.
Genjutsu.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, everything's derived from Naruto.
That's
every anime can be based from Naruto.
There's every kind of power in there except the stem. Well, I guess Gaara has a stem.
I guess every Jinchuriki
Oh my god. You guys are not gonna believe this. when he sent something in the chat, it got caught up by the auto mod, so I had to permit it. But like, I'm used to people saying vulgar things, so like, I didn't even read it. I just fucking accepted it, and I just now looked back and to see like he never even swore. What could he have possibly said that the auto mod was like, no, you can't say this in a Twitch chat.
Was it
Waifu?
waifu? It's gotta be waifu.
Yeah.
Waifus are dangerous.
It was too vulgar.
Waifus are dangerous.
Way too vulgar for the podcast. Automod was like, full stop.
I like how it clicked for all of us. Like, waifu. It's gotta be it. It's the only weird thing.
Like odd word. I
Wish they didn't know what to make of it.
Oh wait, we're about to get banned. Then I said it like 5 times.
Demonetized.
talking about waffles, not waifus.
Yo, Waffle
That's how
House, bro. That's my favorite anime.
That's how you
He
say
said, tone it down. Yeah, watch it, mister. Good, bro.
Oh yeah, look out the questions he said. He asked if we talk about anything specific relating to anime.
I thought that you were talking about that.
Yeah, I kind of just addressed him and kind of told him like basically what our podcast was about.
I didn't know if you want to like added anything
but,
to.
Yeah.
We're in our infancy
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
We're still figuring things out.
It's our second day out here. We don't know.
Second day, exactly.
It's my second day out here.
Second day out here.
Sorry, I'll
We talk
tone it.
about
Yeah, you
practice.
better tone it down, mister. You better watch your dirty mouth. This is an anime podcast, for fuck's sake.
You can't get through an anime podcast without the word waifu
I
popping
was about
up.
to say something.
Ooh, it's hurting.
If you were going, you'd have steam coming out of your ears right now.
Yeah. I'm literally going, bro. Sometimes I have to start thinking. I'm just like,
I feel bad. Also, name tags would be nice. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
well, eventually we're gonna put like our socials or in our own Twitches on there. So, but like he said, we're in our infancy. We're just
we can give a quick introduction to ourselves.
yeah. If you want, go ahead, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm Dustin.
Wow, what an introduction.
I'm Dustin.
I'm Dustin.
I'm Dustin. I don't feel like it's mostly because even if I say my Twitch handle, you
No,
you can't like spell it.
You don't have to plug yourself.
Well, what are you watching right now? What's your JoJo's, right?
Jojo, absolutely. I'm watching Jojo right
Mhm.
now.
Well, what anime? If you were to pick an anime character that like would be your spirit animal, who is it?
My spirit animal?
Yeah,
Haseo from Dot Hack GU.
I don't know.
Can you say an anime we know?
Yeah.
Yo, dead ass. I'm feeling like I'm like real hard on some Naruto vibes, like Naruto Uzumaki. Like I'm like
you are Naruto.
yeah,
You're-
I'm on some hard Uzumaki vibes right now.
you're the-
No.
How are you Naruto?
Don't call me Naruto, dog.
No, Naruto is the son.
Oh. I thought you said you're.
Oh, you're his son. Oh no, I was saying like
No.
metaphorically he's the son.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like the son. Yes.
What about you, Chris?
I definitely feel like I love it with a lot of characters. I feel like, but I feel like I mostly relate to Gon though because like he's pretty. I'm simple. Gon's pretty simple. I'm a straightforward person. Like that's how it is. And then if somebody was like, I don't know. I relate to a lot of MCs because like if somebody's like, you're stupid, I'd be like, okay, like
What about it?
we're still going forward with this.
Yeah, that's my favorite fucking. That's one of my favorite scenes in the anime is when freaking Gon asks. I forget who he asked, but he asked one of the bad guys. So what's your plan? And then
You think
Killua was
we're gonna
like,
tell you?
Killua was like, yeah, you're such an idiot because they're totally just gonna tell
Yeah,
you.
he has the
And he's
fan
like,
truth.
yeah, I'm an idiot, so I'm gonna ask anyway. He's just mad.
He's like, I like when what's the guy his power? He goes like this.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking
What's
about.
his name?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm drawing a blank.
Hmm.
Ah.
I don't know. Literally, I've never watched
Yeah,
it.
I know. I know his name, but I'm drawing a blank. Well, that guy, he was like, Gon was standing there. He was like, if you take one more step, I'll kill you. He was
His
like,
name is Finks.
yeah, Finks. He was like, if you take one more step, I kill you. And Gon's like, fine, I won't move, but I'm gonna keep talking though. Like,
That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Finks.
yeah.
Finks.
it's
Yep.
Finks, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Tom? What is your soul spirit, your soul anime?
I get radiated awkward Deku energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll actually say like on a non like.
But I feel like everybody's a mix of characters. 'Cause characters
Yeah,
are, like,
yeah,
the
everyone
one-
is
I
a
was
mix.
literally just about to say.
100%.
I also have like some like Eric from FMA.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Hmm?
Aaron.
No,
Eric.
Oh, Eric.
Is that the main character? What's his name? That's his name?
His last name's Elric.
Elric.
I know Elric, and I know his brother Alfonso. Al.
Yeah. But you're like the MC.
I'm pretty sure it's like Eric. Oh, yeah.
His name's not Eric. His name is.
I thought it was Elric.
His last name's Elric, but his name is.
Yo, can you imagine just an MC's here? Eric.
It's not Eric. His last name's Elric. It's Alphonse and.
We're so bad. Edward. Fucking
Edward.
Fucking,
I knew it was an E.
I am a moron.
When I hear Edward, I think of Camp Laszlo.
Absolute moron. Oh my god, that was like Brotherhood's like one of my favorite animes too.
Did you ever watch the original one?
No, I refuse to.
Yeah, I
be
do
honest.
too. I do
refuse
too.
to.
What's wrong with the original?
So the original one, they made it while the manga was coming out. So
Yeah.
it hit that problem that
Gintama talks about.
yeah. So it like went a different way, and then Brotherhood is full manga. It follows the manga full.
Yep. And yeah, it's a huge
Brotherhood's really
difference
good, though.
between the two. Yeah, also Brotherhood's just like really sound. I do like some of like the OG Full Metal movies, like the one where they kind of like visit
I never
our
watched
real
the
world.
movies.
Yeah, there's one where they go to like our real world in Germany during World War II.
I mean, that seems kind of fitting though.
But yeah, I mean the whole like aesthetic.
Wait, that
like,
is the time period?
Well, in this movie.
No, the time period. There, I don't think there's.
That being said, in the FMA universe, it's not in our timeline.
Yeah.
It's not in our timeline, but it is based off of like 1930s Germany.
Seems a bit old.
Yeah, and it's
'Cause they have, like, tanks and shit.
it's very European and specifically German. I mean, you can even tell the leader is.
Vera Bradley's the biggest savage in.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
goodness.
he really is, dude. The fucking pride, man. Or no, he's Wrath.
Remember when he sliced the tank bullet, bro? The tank shot a missile at him, and he was.
I love how his homunculi
Poor sorry. I feel like I'm butchering your name over and over again, so I apologize. But bro, the first official follower to
Shouts
the podcast.
out.
Holy God.
Yes.
On day number 2,
Let's
man.
go.
Dog, when we get out here, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be...
He's gonna be honored forever.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy's number one.
All right,
one.
behind
He
you,
was number
behind you, just get a little piece of
one.
paper. Just, no, we need to get like a
Where's the
whiteboard
locker
behind us.
room?
Like, all right. Hey, tattoo his name on.
My first follow. Tattooed over my heart.
Hell
He
yeah,
gets
just
we gotta designate him a waifu one day. We're gonna find one. He's the waifu guy forever. That's his shtick.
He's gotta describe us. Well, he's gotta give us his preferences first, so we know what to look for. Yeah, go in the
Do you
chat.
like
Tell me what kind of.
Sundarius, or-
Tell me what your favorite waifu is in the chat. Oh my gosh. Watch this man's gonna exactly know what it is. I've already thought about this.
Like, bro, the perfect.
Then again, I have like a whole notebook dedicated to.
It's called a death note. No.
I got reference pictures, you know.
That was the point because he's like, I got a notebook dedicated to waifus. Like,
It's a scouting book. It's got like 10 centimeters written out.
Yeah, I know. I got waist radiuses and everything. Man.
Do you
It's
guys
perfect.
remember when Kakashi's trying to crack the code when Jiraiya writes it on the toad's back and it says like 33 on the back of it, and Shikamaru's like, what could 33 possibly mean? And
yeah.
Kakashi's like, it could mean, and he remembers back to when he was looking at Tsunade and he's like, 33 centimeters.
Yup.
Yup. He's like, no, that can't possibly be it.
Dude, I love that. It's like one of my favorite like fucking an anime.
Yeah, that was such.
bro,
a
I
great
love like
moment.
the savage characters that are low key pervs. Hilarious.
Mm.
Like, cause Kakashi's a low key perv, so he's just always reading like dirty books. Basically, he's like,
Dude, I mean, you watch this because you watch Barge. I don't know if he's not caught up on this. He wouldn't know this. Remember when it was like the Parents' Day was like one of the filler things, and Sasuke was back and he was trying to like spend time with Sakura.
Yeah.
And remember
He
he was
read
getting
the book,
advice
yeah,
from.
yeah.
He got advice from Kakashi, and
Yeah.
Kakashi gave him advice
he
on
told
how
her
to
call
talk to
her
his
your
daughter
sweet peanut.
from Makeout Tactics.
Yeah.
Kakashi gave advice to Sasuke to talk to his kid from a porno, from a smut book.
That's Kakashi's romance.
What was he gonna do? Ask his parents?
Oh, roasted.
Sasuke Now the best part was when they went on that adventure with Magi, Asuma's daughter.
Oh yes.
When him and Guy went on that adventure, and then he saw the tree from the book,
Yes.
and he was like, "That's it."
Yes, dude.
And it was like such an epic moment, and
Dude,
he's like, "It's from the Makeout Tactics series, Volume 3."
Dude, I love it. I love that halfway through the filler scene, like Kakashi's in the wheelchair now, and
Guy's doing a handstand
yeah,
walking.
just the whole time, and she's still pushing him too.
Guy could probably still beat the shit out of most of the Jonin.
For
Oh,
sure.
100%.
Even
He
with
is
no-
the
He would fight
type.
just with his foot up.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be like Daniel-san.
Dude, he was literally claimed the strongest in
By
Taijutsu.
Madara.
By Madara, and that's some respect. That's some. I'm just saying.
Do
If,
you think Itachi versus Obito, who wins?
Wait, which
Itachi.
we didn't say what forms? So
Orange
what
Mask
form?
Obito.
Oh, so like
Itachi when he was
Toby?
alive, yeah.
Oh, Itachi. Yeah.
I agree.
Yes, absolutely agree. Like I feel.
Alright, what about when he got the Rinnegan, though? It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell.
Wait.
Because here's the thing. Because Itachi has this one ace up his sleeve that's really hard to beat. And it really depends if he has a Shusui's eye or not. The crow. Because if he has it, that's
It's
literally
the strongest genjutsu ever, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if that's how he turned? What imagine if we had Obito with the Rinnegan? Just
That's how they knew. Oh,
imagine.
He also has that thing that he sealed Orochimaru with.
Oh yeah, he's got
So
the
he can seal
the,
away
the
Obito.
I was about to say the Tonkatsu, but that's ramen. The Tonkatsu blade, dog. And yeah, he's got
the Totsu, whatever it is,
Yeah,
the
he-
Totsuga or something like that.
yeah, he's got that blade, and then he has the shield that can repeal all jutsus, which is not really relevant for going against Rinnegan Obito. But like the biggest problem like Itachi's gonna face is all of the paths of it. Like how is Itachi realistically gonna deal with Almighty Push and Pull?
But put in Itachi.
Well, you would have to somehow get her
Oh,
I don't wanna
Hashirama
say,
cells?
though-
yeah,
I'm not
because
gonna.
that's how you unlock it. You have to have both Indra and
Ashura,
Ashura
Obito
cells
has
together
never
to
used
awaken
push
it.
or pull, has he?
No, but it doesn't mean he can't use it though. Cause
Nah,
it's
he
still-
I
can
don't
use-
think he would.
He
Just,
can use it. He
But
can-
like, why would he just use something like we've never seen him use before?
Sasuke can do it.
because it's still established that the Rinnegan
Does
can be
that.
yeah, it
That's
does
the
that.
ability.
Yeah, just because he hasn't used it doesn't mean he can't use it. It's already been established that the Rinnegan can do that.
Why Sasuke just.
yeah, Sasuke was able to put everyone in, put it in
My
their
thing
own little
was-
cages.
My thing is, so like, could Obito always go to like that his little dimension?
Well, once he got his MS, yeah,
Right, but once he got his Mangekyo, right?
yeah, his Mangekyo.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like a Rinnegan power.
It technically is, but I mean, that's like kind of like the whole point of like MSs, though, is that they all have like very like unique
Their variants,
special
yeah.
powers, and when if he always had both, like when
That's true
Kakashi
because
did,
they were saying like Shisui could like teleport, so his flicker.
yeah, dude, and also when he had both, he could just dead ass just control people in the literally the strongest way that's
Subconsciously,
unmanageable.
too, though.
You believe you're doing it. All of us right now, like sucking him off a little bit, it's all part of his plan. It's all part of his plan. We're all under his genjutsu right now.
I think Shisui's probably the one. I think
With
what's
the
cool.
least amount
nah,
of
He
backstory,
killed himself
too.
for no reason.
no, he killed himself so they couldn't get his other eye.
Why?
Because so like
Well, no, I know
Nah.
he didn't kill himself. I thought he just went
He-
off blind, and Itachi took
no,
his
he
other
jumped
ear.
off
he
the
killed
waterfall,
himself.
bro. He
Oh,
died.
that's right. That's
He trusted to give
Itachi his eye because
for
he-
safekeeping, but
Yeah.
he didn't trust himself to keep it one.
Itachi's like, I'll keep it safe.
like, yeah, like, hide this for me, bro. like, wait, what? Like, imagine you think your homie's about to give you like his porn stash, like hide this for me, and you just hold your hand out and he plops his fucking eyeball in your palm. You're like, what? I didn't see this coming.
Nah, so every Kage,
Uh-huh.
every Kage had like a Uchiha informant. So like Hashirama had Madara. Tobirama had this girl. She was a Uchiha.
Yeah, that was like very vaguely mentioned. Yeah,
Yeah.
He at least said that was like on a side part. He's like,
Yeah, when Sasuke revived all the Kages, he starts telling them. And then Hiruzen had Shisui, and then once Shisui died, it turned into Itachi. Because remember they were trying to get Shisui to use his genjutsu on Sasuke's dad, so he would think that like.
That's right. And then essentially from that, it just
But every Kage has one, so
yeah, fourth wasn't around long enough.
He was
relevant, and then after that, the Uchihas were just like dead.
But if you think about it, Shisui was his.
What was that?
Shisui's probably his informant.
Yeah.
And then he died.
Who's?
So, Minato.
What?
Or no.
Minato was
No,
not
it would've
Hokage
been-
when Shisui was
Yeah, you're
alive.
right. You're right. I'm
The
trying
third.
Itachi was the
Yeah,
informant.
that's what I meant to say. So Shisui was
Yeah.
Hiruzen, and then Itachi was the fourth.
No, I think Itachi
No,
was
Itachi was Hiruzen's informant.
Yeah, no, Itachi
Shisui was first,
was just with it, yeah, because you gotta remember, like the third is where the Uchiha stopped becoming relevant.
What?
Uchihas
What do you
are
mean?
always relevant.
The Chihas were always relevant.
No, I mean as in like in like Konoha like itself, like they stopped being a clan after like the murdering.
Well, no shit, there was
But
none
that was
left.
after-
That's what I'm saying.
That was after Minato.
That was after.
Yeah.
Hiruzen was. They were still prominent when
Well,
Hiruzen was there because they were the Leaf Police Force.
They hated.
It's just they moved them towards the prison and towards the outskirts, so that way they were less active in like village life, and
I
then
know.
that was kind of like.
It's more so I'm
shunning
just
them.
getting like the date line down because I don't know if the fourth was around long enough for that to be like
Nah,
an informant to really be
Nah,
like.
he-
needed.
There was no Uchihas by the time Minato was there, right?
Yes, there was.
Who?
Their whole clan was alive still.
Hiruzen fucking. Oh wait, okay, Minato was dead by
Minato
then.
died. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think he was a.
No,
like, I don't think he
Itachi was
around long
too
enough.
young because when Minato was Hokage, wasn't where was Kakashi? He was in the Anbu, right?
Yeah, with Itachi.
With Itachi, so Itachi was way too young to do all that.
Yeah.
So it had. I don't think he really had
Oh.
an informant.
Wait, how long was he Hokage though?
Not long
Not
at all.
that
Right.
Probably less
long.
than a year.
Right, but like every Hokage was saying they had somebody.
Yeah,
I don't
the-
remember
it's
that.
just-
when did
it's-
they say that?
It's when as soon as Sasuke. Remember when Sasuke took Orochimaru and he revived El Kage at the stone tablet?
Yeah.
It had to have been
That,
just the.
that part right there.
I just feel like it had to have been only the first three though. And I just can't see how.
I just don't remember there being a Uchiha. Like I can't imagine Madara informing on the Uchiha.
Not that they're
Like I can't see that at all.
Not that they're an informant, but like that's like their gatekeeper. Like they're
the connection.
that's their connection to the Uchihas because the Uchihas felt so hated all the time.
Well, then that ended in Tobirama, so that couldn't have lasted long at all.
No,
Who? Okay, then who was Tobirama's informant?
it was a girl.
Yeah, he says that. And he
When?
says that in the
In the
resurrection,
show, in
in the
that
resurrection, when for the second time in the fourth grade ninja war, when Orochimaru resurrected the four Kage, so that
At
Sasuke
the
could ask
stone
them
tablet,
questions.
Yes.
So they could ask him questions, and just along the conversation, Tobirama does.
Each
say
of the
that.
Hokage says, "Oh yeah, I had a Uchiha."
I just don't remember the fourths. I don't remember the fourths.
I think he said Itachi, and then Hiruzen was like, "And I carried him over after you died." I think that's what it happened.
Okay.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. I
I
mean,
don't remember
Itachi
any of
was
that.
also a genius. I'm just.
That's what I'm saying.
The
So-
fucking the
so,
age of it's
no,
insane.
I get
but
it
that's
though,
not very
because the
surprising.
Hokage's plan was like, all right, let's figure out who the strongest Uchiha is, make him basically our greatest ally.
Yeah, so it might have been like the director for it, but at least gonna be like this was gonna be Minato's for him, and then
Yeah.
he just essentially the third had two.
Yeah, yeah.
He had one pre-death, after death. Pre-fourth death and one after death. That's what I assume it would. Oh, poor Itachi. Best written character of the show.
So do you think the Uchiha would have got slaughtered even if Itachi didn't? Because I feel like that many Sharingan probably did.
It would
Nah,
be
I
difficult.
feel like
Or do you feel like only
they're
like
just all base Sharingans.
so you feel like only like 3 people had Mangekyo?
Oh, MS. I feel like no. Here's a
I
crazy.
feel like that was rare. Nobody. I feel like nobody really had manga.
I feel what could be really crazy about it is I like thinking people really sleep on is that when the coup starts, like there's such a comeback potential for the Uchihas. Because let's say like a fuck ton of the Uchihas go in without any awakened Sharingans. The moment people, their own clans are getting slaughtered, sing, 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 everyone's gonna start popping.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna start popping.
If the Uchihas couldn't beat Obito and Itachi in a 2v30, they're not taking over the village. I'm sorry, it's the truth. There's no way.
Damn.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me they would have.
Yeah.
Wait, Minato was already dead, right?
Yeah.
So you're telling me they're gonna kill Danzo, Hiruzen, all of the Anbu. Well, actually, Kid Naruto is mixing the Anbu because the Anbu aren't shit in the series. But like theoretically,
the Anbu tried to kill.
Theoretically, they're gonna be able to go through the entire Foundation, the entire Anbu Black Ops, every Jonin and Chunin, when they couldn't even handle 2 dudes with the Sharingan.
Yeah,
like,
that's
there's
facts.
no way.
Also, like, how many people could actually be in this? For real.
In all honesty, making the coup, like, stopping the coup was, like, Itachi killing all of the Uchihas was kind of dumb. Like, they really could have avoided a lot if they didn't do that.
Dude, they did. It was because Danzo wanted them dead. He was bringing his inner, like, Toriyama, dog.
But yeah, but it's because they don't really make decision. Like, if...
Well, actually, I thought the whole point of the Uchiha massacre was because of Danzo. Like, Danzo wanted their Sharingan. Yes,
but it's because... That is exactly why, but it's also because... So, like, they have, like, their little meeting with the elders. So the Hokage... And they're the ones who actually are the ones making the plays behind the scenes, basically.
they're
and
like
the Hokage is just the face. So... Hiruzen was trying to say, nah, there's got to be a better way, but Danzo was like, nah, we got to kill him. And then the elders, like, trusted Danzo more for some.
The elders have never made sense.
The elders are a bunch of haters, man.
They really are.
Yeah.
They have never made sense, like, any point in this story. They always just fight at every single point. It could be like, hey, so we're just trying to, like, help everyone and, like, build these, like, new neighborhood. No, fuck that. Fuck you.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
I was so glad when they were, like, they were shitting on Naruto. Like, even during the last arc, during the war, they were still shitting on Naruto, and Tsunade went over and gripped them both the fuck up, and was like, you still think that he can't handle himself after all this? Like, he totally saved the village against pain by himself.
Yep.
Like, where were you? And then they both didn't do shit.
It's just a lot of okay boomer moments.
Yeah, they really are the boomers of the series. Like, just because dude isn't potent no more, can't give her no ninja kick, they both gotta be so crabby all the time, dude. Damn. It's so annoying. Like, if anybody needed to die during the pain arc, it's them. Like, and then when Nagato was bringing everyone back, Naruto should be like, hey man, you're good, you don't gotta help those guys.
Just like scratch these two, keep their life energy for yourself.
I found out crazy Boruto spoilers.
I did. I found out some. You talking about KK? Oh, well.
Yeah, he said never mind.
Oh. KK.
Yeah. Woo!
Nah, I learned about like the some car clan.
Yeah.
Is KK one of the people?
Yeah.
Is he the dude with the horn?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. You're talking about the one horn? That's Jiren.
Makes you think of Dragon Ball.
Nah, there's
Nah, but I saw they made a clone of somebody.
Yes.
I was like, no.
Yeah, that's KK, dude.
That's his name's KK?
He's got an actual name. People just shortened it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That's what I was
about to say.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. It makes sense of like
I'm
why.
so hyped to see it.
Dude, it made sense. Like, do you remember like watching the episode then?
Yeah.
And like, did they have the Vats there in that village? And you're like, wait, hold up, why that village?
Oh, I wonder if they like who else.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's crazy.
Neji. I'm trying to tell. I told you yesterday.
We did.
That's my theory. Neji is gonna be back.
Yeah, Orochimaru.
And that's why Orochimaru was all like,
Neji. To be fair, that was in a filler episode, wasn't it?
It was.
It wasn't a filler.
It was in the
episode.
time skip arc, so no, I don't think so.
It wasn't filler, but.
But I'm telling you. But listen, why would they do that for no reason?
It was in Boruto. It was during the Parents' Day festival because Neji as a ghost came to
ghost. And then he's like, Neji?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, why would they have name dropped? Why would Orochimaru name drop Neji for no reason?
It is particular why they picked Orochimaru out of everyone.
And he looked so like, no way. Like, I'm telling you, Neji's gonna be back. That's my bold prediction for 2021. Is
that the hot take? The hot take of the night?
Yeah, that's the hot take from the guy who's on episode 50 of Boruto. Neji will reappear by episode 200. I don't know a lot, but I know that.
I don't know a lot. I've been out here very long, but that's what's happening.
Well, boys, would you believe it if I told you we did 2 hours?
Yes.
Yeah. This one felt longer?
No, it didn't feel long at all, actually. But, like, I can tell we've been here for...
Yeah, it was just good. I think it's because like it felt the same as yesterday.
Yeah,
I really want to drop this. So he picks Boruto back up.
We just can't do it on stream, dog. We just can't do it on stream.
You don't want to drop a spoiler right now?
I don't know. No.
I'll drop a spoiler right now.
What is it?
At the end he dies. Like, that's a spoiler for anything. At the end he dies.
At the end they made an anime about Boruto's dad. It's a prequel.
Weak.
Boruto came out first. That's the spoiler.
Yo, people are still banking on that the Infinite Tsukuyomi, the real twist.
Like they're in it right
That
now.
they're still in it. I always thought about that. There would be no way to tell because
But Naruto
Naruto
never
got
got-
everything he wanted.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
My mind's getting blown right now.
Yeah, he did. He got everything he wanted. Everyone.
He got it. Yeah. It's possible.
That's hard to take right now. They
That-
really
that-
could be.
That's the cliffhanger for the podcast right there.
Yeah, we gotta leave it at Neji's coming back.
Leave it
and
Neji's coming back and everyone's an Infinite Tsukuyomi.
Man. Can you imagine though? Even in Infinite Tsukuyomi, Sakura isn't shit. All right, we're gonna sign off on that one. It's been a good, actually technically first episode since yesterday was episode 0.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a special shout out to Sonoris Porpoise. Is the last time I swear to God
First
I'll ever
follower.
screw up
Sonoris
your name.
Porpoise.
First
For being the
follower.
first follower.
Yep, shouts out him.
Yeah, shout out. And we're going to be posting a schedule up in the next day or two. So we'll have that to look forward to. And we're going to be a lot more
Honestly,
together on the next one.
yo, my bro, if you want to come back, just turn that bell on. You're going to see when we're on, man. Just join in. You're
For
great,
real.
dude. Yeah, just turn that bell on.
Smash that bell.
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Good to have you, man. Peace out.
Thanks,
have a
dude.
good night, everybody.
See you, bro.